So this is a unique episode of Pillow Talk. This is gonna be episode 6. This is gonna be Girls Talk, okay? So I got a group of phenomenal ladies here with me today. They're gonna be answering a lot of questions that I know a lot of the viewers probably have as well. And they're also gonna be having an open dialogue and discussion about a lot of intimate and relationship things as well.
And I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm a CPA, certified public accountant.
Hi everyone, I am Dede. I am from the Greenville area, and I'm an administrator.
Hi, I am Shy. I am in Greenville. I work for Allstate. I am a licensed insurance adjuster. I love my job. I love what I do. It is great. Hey guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Shay. I'm a hairstylist.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe you go next. Okay, go ahead.
I'm Kay. I own a salon in Rock Hill. I have my own products and local stores. Yeah.
Hey, my name is Kima. I'm a registered nurse of 9 years.
Okay.
This is serious thing.
Hi everyone, my name is Erica Ellington. I am a housewife that tends to do 9 to 5 things every now and then.
When I feel like
Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Sade. I'm a paralegal, but I'm also a breast cancer advocate.
All right. I love
Alright,
it.
we got you.
Hello, I'm Shasta.
And I am a investment banker.
All right, so let's kick it off with some random questions. All right, they'll pull and they're gonna answer these questions to the best of their ability.
All right, first question. Ooh. How do you deal with baby mama and stepkids?
Oh.
So we're gonna have Courtney. We're gonna have Courtney try to answer it. Courtney's gonna try to answer it first.
No, period. When stepkids, those are.
So
the
you try to
kids.
answer it, and then if anybody else want to give advice for the room, then we'll do that.
Yeah.
Wait. Edit that out.
Quiet.
Tracy know her people.
All right, y'all, baby mama and stepkids. So I think the main thing when we're dealing with baby mama and stepkids, you really gotta look to a man that's already like quite mature in the situation and that can put both people in their place. Like the baby mama, along with the girlfriend, even sometimes along with the mamas. Everybody plays a different role and everybody needs to know their place. And at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is for the child. And the child has to be taken care of by the child's parents. So at the end of the day, decisions are always made between the mother and the father. Like nobody else should be able to interfere, like say whatever they have to say. Like everything should be really truly decided between the mother and the father. And I think it comes down to if you're dating a man that has an outside child, that man has to make sure everyone knows their place. And I just think that kind of comes with a maturity type of situation.
Okay.
So anybody
else want to add?
I mean, honestly, and we grew up in that's how it was. That's it. Yeah.
That's exactly how
I
it was.
mean, that's it.
I mean,
That was
it takes it just comes from nothing but being an adult. Everybody has to be an adult in this
Right, that's
situation.
it. Everybody
gotta
gotta
be
be
grown.
with other people and stuff like that. Like, like, of course it's hard, but come on now.
If you love that person, it'll work out. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Feelings can't be involved, right?
Feelings can't be involved, no.
That's important. Sometimes
I think that needs to be, because I think a lot of times
have to be involved.
in feelings, and that's what you say, it has to be about the kid. But a lot of times it's not. I can't speak from that. I don't live that life. But I just have a lot of friends that I've realized that have or dealt with somebody and there's still feeling involved, and it impedes on taking care of the bigger picture of the kid.
Right.
So I think that's a very big point, because I feel like you can't be an adult and handle things as an adult if there's still something or whatever type of feeling it is involved in it.
Yeah.
All right.
True.
That's true.
All right, let's pull the next one.
Okay. All right, this question said, really, guys. What they say?
What they say?
No advice on this. So, they would like to know about eating ass. Okay, so I mean, hey, wash,
Double wash.
That's all I wash your body very good.
Don't eat explosive foods.
Right? No explosive foods or spicy foods. So was the question of them eating ass or them getting their ass ate? It just says eating ass. So in general, if you are an ass eater,
Somebody put me to the back
then I think that's key. You need to be making sure that, and period, you need to make sure that the people are clean, you know, that you are laying down with. And making sure that, you know, that you are partaking in clean.
What it said,
festivities.
clean festivities.
Right, make sure the booty crack clean.
Yes, yeah.
And I
Okay.
mean, you know, hey, front to back, I guess.
I mean, I wouldn't just eat everybody's ass.
Right.
But, you know,
I don't got no comment on that. I'm not eating no ass, so. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go, Sade. It says the best position for an orgasm.
No.
Okay, what would you say?
Whatever works for you. What's the best position?
In your opinion, what's your best position for you have orgasm?
Well, ain't no eat no ass.
For me, I'm on top.
Yeah, okay.
Anybody else, best position
Let me
for
tell you something.
orgasm?
I'm an old school hoe. I told you I'm almost Oldsmobile. Bitch, put me on my back, missionary, put my leg up. Cause it's something about
Right.
with that little rabbit that you had. It's something about with no what that is.
Honey.
I don't know. On missionary, I know like
That
it's
ass
close
in
to
the bag.
that stimulates the
Yeah.
clitoris when he's penetrating. And I feel like missionary has a conversation.
Yeah, they did.
Missionary
On the bottom,
I'm like, keep him on the edge of the leg.
No, I want it from the ass. I want it from the ass. I want it from the leg. Like, no, I don't want you looking at me. I don't want you sweating on me. I don't want you sweating on me.
I like to sweat sometimes a little bit.
Now, if I'm on the bed, oh my God.
Yeah, not gonna drip.
Well, sometimes you on the bed. It's good.
Missionary is
It
good.
is.
I think I like missionary.
Sweat.
I like the missionary as far as that.
I
feel like if you know a missionary on you,
I don't want no sweat. Yeah.
I'm saying, he like, people want to look at your butt.
All right, Eric, go.
If you can't look at each other and
Talking,
no, we can look at
fucking
each other.
your
and
friend's
look. Do
ex.
you want to have sweat?
What?
Repeat it.
Say
What
again.
did it say?
Talking, or I'm saying, I think this is or fucking your friend's ex.
Whoa.
What?
Not
that.
You know what? I
I
don't know
don't
that.
Hold on, let her answer first.
I don't know what it's asking.
It's
Yeah.
asking.
Advice on it.
Advice on what you told from your friend.
If they're your friend,
You're real.
I think first of all, before you can get that far as fucking or talking, you should have a conversation with your friend.
Yeah.
If that's your friend, now, because people use that word friend like, if that's your friend, you should talk to your friend. If however y'all got to that situation where y'all gonna talk or fuck,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, I mean, hopefully you don't care about your ex, but I think sometimes you have codes as far as like whatever. But
Yeah.
talk. I think you have to talk to them first.
Yeah.
At least talk to them. And weird. Yeah, very weird. What the fuck is going on?
It's a no-go for me.
Yeah.
Who said
If
that?
that's your friend, then I don't feel like that could even.
Right, yeah.
I don't think so either. Like I said, before you get to
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And if you do that, does that change the way your friend looks at you?
Yeah, you're no longer friends me.
Yeah, we ain't friends no
That's
more.
my thing. That's my thing. Before you get to the point of fucking somebody, like I think how did
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
Like,
means
I don't know how that.
It don't even matter how we got it. You're nothing. I don't have nothing to say.
So let me ask you a question though. So just quick, okay, because if it's your ex, what is it about? Is it the code? Or what is it about, I guess, that
It ain't even the ex. No, it ain't no
Yeah.
problem. What you
Weird. And I got a friend, and you got my ex is gonna be your boo.
Yeah.
And now you're right.
I think it gotta be steps before you get there. Like,
Right.
how do you get to talking to?
I don't think we doing that at all.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no. That shit happens.
Yeah, and that's why we don't wanna fucking do it.
Right, exactly. Alright, it's on you.
It says boss women and handling love.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
So I think as far as like boss women handling questions, I think as far as Black women, we've all become hyper independent. So it's kind of hard for us to step back and accept love. A lot of times we come from places where love not the same. Like our parents may shower us with love from gifts, or I may shower you in love by honestly letting somebody else raise you. Love comes from different places. So I think as far as like growing up and becoming your own and being a boss, it's kind of hard to accept love openly. So my advice, I feel like you really have to be mindful, and accept it and not second guess it. Because when you're a boss, you're hyper independent, you second guess love all the time. Yeah. So you may do a nice gesture to me and I'm like, what you want? What do you want? Go ahead and tell me now what you want. Because I'm not raised in normal love. It's a different type of love. So I think as far as us accepting it, it's more of like being mindful and intentional of what you want. Because everybody wants it, because you don't want to like keep thriving in that hyper independency. Like we all want to be taken care of. Yeah, you want to be solved. Yeah, you do. Because we can say all day. Every woman wants that soft place. Everybody wants to be able to be like, oh, I can sit back and I know it's gonna be taken care of.
Yeah.
So I think it's more being intentional and mindful of your everyday moves. Like just because you were raised in this place, you don't have to react in that place.
I think you said the word. I think intentionality.
Yeah.
Being intentional.
And I would say too, because everybody, as women who have, all of us in this room are very successful. So women who have successful jobs and things, and they would look at us and everybody would always think, oh, well, if you're gonna be with somebody, then that man has to be of the same stature that you are. That is not true, because that may or may not be real love. Right. You understand what I'm saying? If that man is contributing to that household, he may not be contributing as much as you're contributing.
And the contribution is more than just financial.
Yeah, some people have to see more than financial. It's way more than financial, because it's a lot that goes into the building of a ground of a house from the bottom up. You can't just go over there and say, I want a house or some land without having to build it first. So it is a lot that goes into that. And just being a boss, it takes a lot and it takes a toll on the body, but you have to just be understanding. You have to be understanding on both ends, because it's not easy for the man either. Yeah, we have to think about it too. It's not easy for the man.
Because it makes them
either.
feel less than.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But why do you, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to carry this on. I just want to just pose this. Is this okay? I know this is okay. Do y'all, because I have other friends that are not Black, but do y'all think other races of women have these same conversations about being because there are other women that have these conversations. They don't have these conversations. So why do y'all think it's us that have to have this conversation about being a boss?
Because we were raised in
It's different.
independency.
Yeah.
As a Black woman, we are taught to be strong. And I feel like we're coming, like this era is really coming of a time where they're like, I don't want to be strong no more. I ain't gotta be strong anymore. So I think it's all how we were raised, and other races were not raised like that.
Generation.
Yeah.
It's been going on like
Exactly.
That's how it's been.
Like all our white friends, they're taught how to be a wife when they're young.
Yeah.
We're taught
That's
how
why
to
you come to
we're taught how to be
school.
okay without a man. Your girl be 6 years old being groomed how to be a wife
your Caucasian friends that you have, right? Their husbands are providers, though, right? And they a lot of them get to
That's
be
what I'm saying.
housewives
But
and
sometimes
things
it ain't
like that.
always.
Whereas the black male, depending on how they were raised and who they were raised by, some of them are out here driving girls and dropping them off at work and driving their cars and fucking girls all day long while your girl at work making all this money and you ain't but you can go and pick up the kids. You contributed by picking up the kids, whatever. However, you are not doing what you should be doing as a black male to hold up your end of the bargain, because it is in the Bible that a man is supposed to be a provider, not the woman. Right? So that's why we go through that as black women, because our black males,
Right.
again, they are a product of their environment.
I don't think tradition is the only volunteer.
But why though?
Not
So my question
that's
was,
a big thing, because
how do
you gotta
y'all
get
be
this thing right.
submissive with y'all mean?
Hold on, I can't.
Are y'all submissive with y'all mean?
It took
Well,
time,
it
but yes.
depends, but it is hard, it's hard for some black women to be submissive to their
Like,
man.
how are you submissive with your man? Like, how do you?
So all submission means is to be of service. That's all it
Yeah,
is. To be of service to your partner. And I think that some people look at the hair word submission and think it means less than.
No, like to me, sometimes I feel like, okay, submissive. I'm like, bro, you not.
It got a negative connotation to
It
it.
does.
Like, we
It's just
gonna
being
be
of service.
Yes.
Whatever, like easiest thing to think about is like something, this is something actually we started at the top of this year, is to ask your partner like, what can I do to help you today or to help you make it a better
talk to
situation?
me.
I know sometimes it's as simple as just asking the question like, what can, like I know your schedule today, like I asked her what's your schedule today with your client's school, what can I do to help your day today?
Right.
That's being submissive, that's being of service to your partner.
Right.
And vice versa.
Okay.
That's how I look at it. Everybody can think of it different.
And honestly, I personally feel like if you're being loved properly and you're getting that energy,
Yeah,
to make you.
Right, but I just wanna I don't wanna be like hard. Like I don't wanna be like so like I don't wanna be that girl that's
But
like
submissive doesn't equate doormat. It doesn't equate weakness and all of that. And I think that's what a lot of people contribute that word to. But everything that you're saying about women in general, what research will tell you, like that wall, that defensiveness, it really has everything to do with you. He can't change it. Just like you say, I don't want to be hard. You will have to go back into your childhood. You will have to dig back into what made you hard to change it.
So I can agree, that's my issue.
Yeah.
Like
What
I
makes you
have
hard?
I'm super hard. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
me
very hard.
We hard sisters.
And so I feel that that's my issue, right? Because my mom raised us too, like to be, you know, like, you don't need no nigga for nothing.
Right.
You always make sure you make it. Oh,
Oh my God.
And so because she raised me that way, I feel like it's kind of fucked me up a little, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But it's there, right? I don't know. Like I've tried to change it. I've tried to work on it. But at the same time too, I don't want to be a woman to settle. Like we do have values, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'm trying to understand like where is like a good median to where
A balance.
I guess it comes from, you have to like self-reflect and look at, okay, my mom raised me this way because that's how she had to live that lifestyle. But I guess you have to look, I'm gonna take some of her values. I'm gonna take bits and pieces, but I have to look at, do I have to live this way right now?
Yeah.
And if you don't have to, don't do it. Just because I was raised right, I can take bits and pieces of everything that she gave me. I may not take the whole thing because it's not gonna work for my lifestyle right now. But I feel like if you take everything that she gave you from that lifestyle and put it in yours, it's not gonna work because your lifestyle is not hers.
It's honest, y'all. It's honest.
So my thing is too, it is all about happiness and what makes you happy. If that man makes you happy in whatever degree it is, then it's worth giving it a try. If he does not make you happy, then that's not your man. And really, if he don't make you happy, like really, let it go.
I just said it happiness and love don't
I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I will say this, and I do have professionals that work side by side by me. And they don't have relationships, and this is the reason why, because they had that same exact mentality that y'all have now, saying that
love don't pay the bills and whatever, what have you. Okay, no, it does not. But guess what? These ladies in their 50s and 60s, and guess what they're doing alone? Ain't got a soul. Ain't got no kids.
I might rather be
Ain't got
alone than
nothing.
somebody that ain't doing
But
nothing with their
no, that's not what the therapist comes in. That's not what therapist, because it was plenty men that came along in their lifetime. And I talked to them about this. There's plenty men that have came along in their lifetime that wanted to be with them, wanted to grow with them, but because they
weren't where they wanted to be.
yes, they weren't where they wanted them to be at that time. Guess what? One of them owned like 3 or 4 businesses, she said. So that's what I'm saying. You cannot always look at the situation like that, because if you do, you need to be prepared for in the long run where you're gonna end up. Because right now in our 30s, realistically, we preparing for 40, 50, 60. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and that's realistic. But if you cool with being alone, so we're straight with it.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. I'm gonna go there.
Go ahead, Shay, go ahead.
If y'all talking about Bibles and shit, if you read it, Adam was given Eve for a reason. He could not fulfill his purpose without Eve.
Right.
So a lot of people looking at me like, oh, he ain't got this and that. Baby, he might need you to get.
That's how you look at it. And I feel like it's awful, a lot of people say you can't date somebody's potential, you can't date their potential. But I feel like a lot of times if you see a lot of potential, they may just need that push.
Right.
I may just need it because maybe your mama didn't raise you. But wait, Shasha, go ahead. Shaka ain't saying that yet. Go ahead, Shaka.
No, I do. I agree with what you're saying, but I also think we need to see her work too.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah. Some people delusional now.
And I'm not saying you see something without them seeing it. You gotta see
See the work.
There has to be a blueprint.
In any relationship,
Baby, we both
you have to
have to
communicate.
communicate.
So when you started to say that you like this man or woman or whoever it is, you have to sit down and you have to talk about values. You have to talk about morals. You have to talk about goals. If the shit don't align, then this ain't the person for you. Because when I got with my partner, I was in college. I had my own apartment. He was living with his mama. He was working at a plant. We sat down and talked about the shit that we wanted to do as adults. We talked about where we saw our life. And me not giving up, even though I was pregnant, it made him want to do more. It made him want to grind. Me continuing my whole education after I got pregnant again made him say, damn, I want to do something else. Right. And we build together, but we didn't have the same, we started at different, basically, levels. Exactly. Yeah. We were in the same race, but I started a little bit before him. Right. But now we are partners in whatever we do. But that starts with a conversation first. Yeah. You can't get in a whole relationship and then like 5 years in, you like, he ain't doing enough. You need to be having a serious conversation before you are even in anything.
I think that's where a lot of us black women, sometimes though, like sometimes we'll have that conversation and sometimes we be,
he'll be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get in too deep and you be like, oh yeah, that's
yeah. But my thing is too, I don't want us to forget that, less of a contribution is not bad.
Right.
We have that mentality in our head that it has got to be more. It's got to be more. It's got to be more. No, a contribution. You talking about what you talking about? I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Okay, well, everybody should live with me. And if you all alone by yourself, they say, come on my house.
So I think what you said, go back to what she said, that mindset from mama and grandma, but they taught us how to be strong, but what they did tell us when they had a man, they loved that damn man. They tell us that. When mama had a boyfriend, she loved that boyfriend.
That's my problem. Mama can love that man all day, but baby, some of that shit that was going on, I ain't with that.
I'm not with it. No, but we also gotta think too. They had no choice. But it's easy to judge from the outside when you're not in in that situation.
Yeah.
Because when you really love a person, even when Shy was with her ex, we all was bad. Why was getting crazy? Oh, bad shit crazy. Bad
The
shit.
guy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But we had to wait for her to get tired of it now.
Yeah.
Talk about my man. We had a good weekend. But we had to wait till she got tired of that movie. We couldn't tell her what to do.
That's really about it.
It took multiple.
Okay, we gonna do 2 more questions, y'all.
Okay, good. All right, Shay, go ahead. 2 more questions. Let's go.
She gonna get you.
Self-care, mental health.
All right.
Ooh, that's important.
She got an answer.
What you think, Shay? What you need for your self-care?
Take you at least a day or two to yourself. Do whatever you want for yourself. Go by yourself. Turn your phone off. Like it's a lot of stuff for yourself, and they're gonna have your mental because you need time for yourself to be able to handle and process your own mental.
Got to be
So,
Let me tell you.
I like to do a lot of stuff for myself when I can.
Yeah.
It don't matter what it is. I'm gonna go buy myself this. I'm gonna do it.
That's one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do for me. These kids and everybody else, I'm gonna do for them too. God damn it, I'm gonna do for me.
You have to.
Yeah, because if you're not a good you can't be a good mama or wife to them.
That's right.
You
And that mama, I'm sorry, y'all. You know, the Bible say the man come first, and we all know I ain't married. I ain't in a relationship, but I'm not married. They say, you know, your man come first before your kids. That's
That's what it
what the Bible. That's what it says.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
Your husband.
yeah, your husband.
Okay,
Your husband comes first for your kids, but let me tell you right now. The kids gonna whoop your ass up north and south 85 fast.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do just feel like with like the mental thing, like once you get done with them kids, like the man, you just can't even deal with that right now. Like, baby, like, I just can't deal with you. It's a lot. I gotta go, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be with myself. And like sometimes I feel like that's hard for us women to like try to juggle both. Especially on a consistent basis. Like if you think about what a woman goes through Monday through Friday, I'm gonna say Monday through Friday, not even Saturday, Sunday, Monday through Friday. All of us in here work jobs Monday through Friday.
Oh my God.
You got kids. You and who get up in the morning?
You got 2. You got 3 kids.
She got 4.
Oh my
You
God.
God.
You got 4 kids?
You can get child, that's what I'm saying though. You gotta get them kids ready.
Right.
They gotta go to school. Like ain't no sleeping in ever.
You know,
But then you like it's hard. It's hard. I'm about to bring it out. Here's what I'm saying. So as far as like your mental, like sometimes I feel like we as black women, we put that shit on the back burner, y'all, and we shouldn't. We should have a therapist. If y'all know Nedra, she wrote a book. She all over Charlotte. She's great. Like y'all, everybody. I just feel like everybody's a therapist.
Right.
You need a therapist. Find you a friend that you can just talk to. They ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you feel like you can't tell your friend everything. Like everybody know Erica's my best friend. She tell me stuff, I tell her stuff. But there's some stuff like we don't tell each other.
Right.
Because we just never will tell each other.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna talk about some stuff, and sometimes she's gonna be like, okay, Courtney. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes she'll give me feedback, other times it's more for like a therapy, but like I think all of us need that for our mental health.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
I think mental health is very important. Y'all know I work at a mental facility site. That is my nation, that's what I do. And if you do not take care of self first, you cannot take care of everybody.
No, like the kids.
Yeah.
And I think especially like
Yeah, balance is hard.
I'm a relatively new mom.
The
Everybody's been like, oh my God, I'm a mom. I ain't gonna lie, I had some guilt, y'all. I get what's the word? But I'm a mom in life. I love my child. Yes, I do. But sometimes I don't want to fucking deal. Like I'm like, be like, oh my God, I love being a mom. Motherfucker, I don't all the time. I don't. Sometimes it's really hard. And I feel like people be like, oh my God, it's like the best thing. Yes, some days.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But every day I speak, and I'm telling you, I think it's like you said, it's intentionality about prioritizing yourself. Girl, Sunday evening, child, take that baby to that goddamn grandmama. and I am going to sleep and I'm gonna watch the show. Cause I just need just right.
Yeah. Erica, I look at y'all as my babies. When I do have my child, cause I'm gonna have a child now. When I have my baby, I got y'all girls. Y'all girls. Y'all got 4 and 5 child.
Alright, let's go, child. What you got over there, girl?
Okay.
You ready to pull
this
yourself
is what I want. So how do you be submissive to your man, and like how do you do it? Like I need to figure out. How do you be submissive with your man with like not being like, you know, wanting to be, you know, you're not gonna play with me, like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna, you know, like how do we be together?
I think that she's afraid of losing.
Yeah.
You got that edge, that sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to lose all of that. Like that's who you are. And I think you are thinking if you're submissive, then you're gonna have to lose all, like you're watering yourself down. But you're not. You actually are gonna be even more powerful because you have self-control. You'll be able to respect him. And listen, it's like they were saying, it's give and take.
It is.
Like he's gonna be submissive to you as well. It's not just you. But I want you to try to answer that question.
All right, child, you gotta answer the question for yourself though. You put it out there.
Yeah, you gotta answer.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like I don't know.
Why do
Like,
you pull your question?
when I'm asking because you guys are women with men. You're married.
Well, let's ask you. Well, let's ask. Why do you think you're not submissive then?
Huh?
Great question.
What I think I'm not submissive is because if like you do one little thing that pissed me the fuck off, I am done. Like I did it with one guy and I gave him 2 fucking years.
That's the reason.
I will never do it again. And that really fucked me up.
Well,
Like, because I never
you gotta-
was gonna ever do that shit.
Yeah.
I never did it. My dad never did it. I don't give a fuck who my daddy is. It don't matter. They had some money.
Come on now. Wait. We got Child talking.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think another tip would be to learn to communicate.
Right.
Learn to communicate. This was my
I cannot
issue.
communicate.
I was
That's
like
not-
that. I was a fireball, you know. I
Me
just
too.
pop off and
That's
yell
me.
and go off and all of that. But I have learned to communicate my feelings firmly and aggressively. Assertively is the better word. I learned to say what I mean and mean what I say.
Right.
Be brief, be to the point, don't sugarcoat it, none of that crying, none of that rah, 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 rah. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, but I don't have to yell it, I don't have to curse it out. I articulate it in a way that he knows that I'm not, you know, playing around with him or nothing like that. I think that is gonna help you too. If you just learn, you might have to take a second and realize why you're
Cause
feeling the way that you
sometimes
feel.
like the victim role, you think is cute and stuff. That ain't cute.
Mm-mm.
No, I wasn't even
Like,
crying.
take a
No, I'm
minute.
not crying, motherfucker. I'll beat your ass.
And that's how it is.
You gotta have a service. You ain't supposed to be submit to every man.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I just think that it's like the love line. Yes, that's it.
But she was asking how to, Like,
Yeah.
so let's say that she has
Like,
found
with the
somebody
guy
that she
she's got
wants to
now.
And I
submit
have
to.
a great,
And she's asking how to.
And I also think it's not like how to, is if she wants to.
That's
If
the
she
point.
don't,
gotta have the work energy.
yeah,
I don't want
it gotta be.
You want to.
You're gonna have to be able to.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
gonna have to be able to say, okay, if my man doesn't want me to do this, then okay, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And you can have a conversation about
it.
it, talk about it.
But Shy, I think the first thing, and just because we all in here like high income mental health and all this stuff, like I'm not saying that something.
Why you laughing?
Because no, seriously, I think that maybe before you decide, because you want to be submissive, before you decide to be submissive to somebody, maybe look internally to you to figure out what's my, like, why don't I want to be submissive?
I don't want to be submissive because I seen a woman be submissive to a man for her whole life and died and went on her deathbed and said, I want to say, yeah, that's why I
But
want to do that.
Okay, so look.
Chinese therapy and what not.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm getting at. You got Shy, look, you got that right there. And you know that's why you don't want to be submissive, but you got
They
listen.
gonna take her all the way to another point. You didn't. I'm just gonna say like this. Just go there and ask her what the problem. Y'all gotta talk about it. Then you gotta see why you gotta see this.
No. Wait, stop. No, listen. You don't have to do none of that.
No.
Go to your therapist and figure out what's internally with you, because at the end of the day, sometimes you can't always resolve the problem with the other person.
Yeah, with the other person.
The other person not gonna always tell you why I did this. Why I did this. You know what I'm saying?
But she got that peace too, though. She got
But she can make peace.
She got that peace.
She can make peace with the person without talking to them.
Right.
Yeah. I fully believe in that.
Guess who did that? Wow.
No more.
You know why?
No.
You know I can sit here and
for the person without talking to them.
and be happy even with the midst of everything and all that.
Yes, and you
then
just
be
gotta
happy
do.
because guess what? I'm at peace.
Yeah, that's it.
If she forgave him, I forgave him.
Yeah.
I don't
that's
care
it.
nothing about none of that.
Yeah.
And she should have went to the therapist like I told her. I went to the therapist. Okay? You don't want to go.
We got a couple of people that actually, I told them that I was doing this and they actually wanted some advice on breakup do's and don'ts. Like, what are some things that they should do after a breakup, and what's those things that they should not do after a breakup? And these, a lot of these girls are, a lot of the girls that ask me, a lot of these girls are younger girls, high school. Some of them were in college, and some of these women were actually older women getting divorced and things like that. So what would be some of the things that you would say? And let's start with the dudes. What should you do after a horrible breakup? Let's say to somebody that you have been together, for years. What should you do?
Raise your hand.
Courtney ain't even broke up.
Okay. Now,
Go ahead, take one.
Go ahead, take one.
Let's start with the dudes. What should you do to like help you get over that bad breakup?
What help you get? Okay. What help you get over the breakup? Everything out. Bleach. You have to clean everything.
Okay.
Everything gotta be clean. You don't want nothing of that mess. Smell. Nothing. You don't want nothing. Okay. And what else? Come here.
What else?
That blue stuff on the stove. Courtney, we know that. Courtney, don't act like you don't know. You know that. What else we do? We're doing that, and then you know what? I'm clean my closet out. I'm putting my shoes up. Shit, I'm about to do.
I know. I like that though.
I'm gonna do it.
I like that because what she's saying is she getting ready for a new beginning.
Yes, new beginning. I don't want none of you. I want you guys.
Anybody else?
Bleach on. somebody hurt.
Yeah.
So do not tell them mine.
That's
If
it.
you're gonna be done with them,
You done
you
with
done with them.
Right.
If you're gonna continue to mess with them, then continue to mess with them. But do not straddle the line to where, oh, we ain't together no more. But this goes on. This how you got that line to where, you know, something that, you know, some single dudes, you'll hear him say, oh, I'm not really with my baby mama, but
Yeah.
it's complicated. No. No, I don't lie, baby. Ain't no line.
And also, don't tell. And this is something Eric is on me all the time.
What?
Don't tell the family until you're done.
Don't tell
Yeah.
me.
Don't tell your family.
Yeah.
That's it. Cause at the end of the day, sometimes they'll forget. We'll forgive our lover quicker than our family will.
Right.
Yeah,
don't
tell your friends. And friends too sometimes.
Yeah.
Once you're done.
If Brad came and smacked you in the face and you come to, oh, Brad come and smack you in the face, and then y'all fixing that, I'm not putting down. He just
Yeah, cause y'all, they gotta see these boys every day. So that's like one of the things that they should. And then let's say, especially because we out of high school, but I'm in the high school. Like when you in it, it's different.
It's
Like
very different, especially that's why I don't recommend dating now. Don't if they have social media.
Yeah.
You know how different that day we used to break with your man. You might see him if you change classes or whatever. It's different. No, but you gonna see him on the medias.
Yeah.
All the time. All the
All the
time. Let me tell you something. And cause if I could go back, I mean, I don't know, maybe I would. But I think, cause I remember being a young girl. You think when you break up in high school, it's the end of the fucking world.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You think that was the man for your man child or for the ain't?
Yeah.
But I think that if I could go back and tell myself, like honestly, like I think what's important to instill in a girl that's young is her self-worth at a very young age. And that's imperative with just the parent that you try to raise. Because I think if you raise a young girl to recognize who she is as a woman and her self-worth, she may break up and be hurt, but she also will realize, okay. Because sometimes I feel like girls, they be like, it's the end of the world, they get hurt. And I'm guilty of that. You feel like that's in it. So you kind of like settle, you kind of like deal with the bullshit when you're young.
Yeah.
And you took it up, I was young, but you really belittled yourself a little bit. Like you kind of dealt with the bullshit. Because at the end of the day, like, yeah. But
Courtney cheated on him.
You the reason why he fucked up.
My virginity was to another guy. He was in class, Coach Tommy's class. That motherfucker said, "Whoa, you fucking cheated, you fucking."
You the reason why he fucked up.
These be fucked up.
They fucked up.
I was like, oh my God. Dude, but this nigga was green. Like, everybody see him now. He was so green in high school. Courtney, no, he was like lame. Well, let's.
What about older women that get married for years and then have to get divorced from the man start all the way over?
I don't know. I don't know.
If you choose to do it, just be ready for it because it is a life changing.
Everything has
from
from
women that I be around work. It is a life changing experience when you divorce somebody and kind of get out there. Don't tell you. You think the dating world gonna be it ain't, but it is dry. Okay?
I know we got some divorcees in the building. But not who divorced? We got but my business. But no, I'm just playing. No, but I want you to tell like when you're not old, but like when you divorced, it wasn't you divorced because you wanted to divorce at the end of the day, yes. We acknowledge that. But when you got out here, you was ready to start dating again, get back in your life, like how was that for you?
Divorced?
Yeah.
What?
You said getting a divorce.
What was your question? No, she was divorced.
No, she is divorced.
Yeah. She said she's
You
getting
said,
a
how
divorce.
was it?
I said, how was it for you to get back out there? Like
With dating.
yeah, with dating and stuff. And then you already had kids too, so like you ain't single. You got kids, you had a husband, you're on the husband, you got your kids, like how was it?
I'm not married.
But it's pretty easy because he's so.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I think like
yeah.
I should have. But I think
You be knowing.
the
You be knowing that
biggest
shit, man.
thing is I think we were talking about this earlier. We were talking about this earlier. I think a lot of the times, it comes back from us being taught by our parents. You do anything to save your marriage. So yeah, I'm about this house to save my marriage. I may have this kid to save my marriage, but a lot of times it just does not work. So I think realizing it doesn't work and jumping back out there is hard because you committed to doing this the rest of your life. So now I'm having to adjust to not the rest of my life. So I think my biggest thing was reflecting. Biggest thing was reflecting what I did not like in that relationship and what I will not accept in the next one.
What didn't you like? What didn't you like?
Everything. Like
No job.
No, it was
bullshit.
I think it was
No dog. You coming here with no bullshit. You coming here with no motherfucking. You better come here. I think
Nobody talking about trees. I think it comes
but he is the love of my life. Talk about him.
Hush,
Baby.
hush. I think it comes from when you're it's so much joy. When you're in a relationship as a woman, you don't want to feel like the man. So if you're feeling like the man in the relationship,
That's what fuck it up.
it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because
What made you feel like a man?
right, if I'm handling everything.
What are you talking about? No, it makes you feel like the fucking man.
I'm just trying to make the talk free. You gotta be on the show. This is it. I tried to take my breath in. Y'all been so damn superior. I get what you said, cause we were talking about this earlier. Only one strong, you become a place, like you said, and then when you have to get out of the way, but you can realize it early enough, but it went 20, 30 years down the line now. You done made this decision,
So if you don't mind me asking, how long was you married?
If
you don't mind me asking, now if you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer.
2 years.
But how long was y'all together before that though?
Like 5. But I was married and I probably stayed after marriage, I probably stayed 6 months.
Okay. Hold on, I don't get it. What you mean after? Oh, yeah, what?
So I was married 2 years, but married and I only stayed 6 months. But I was married for 2 years before I
You was
divorced.
legally married for 2 years, but you was
separated for 5 years.
Oh, yeah, it's not gonna take a long time to get.
You have to stay a whole year.
3 months. Then they can't even get out your house. They trying to they're fucking trash.
So listen, so y'all, like I say, every episode, Pillow Talk is some of the most rawest and most intimate conversations. So the same things y'all are saying are what the people want to hear, y'all. Seriously, all the advice that y'all are saying, people want to know the stuff. Okay. So I have some random questions. I want you to pass those paddles out to 3 random people. When you answer it, you have to give it to somebody else, and then they'll have to answer the next question, okay? So just give it to 3 random people.
What question that?
No, I'm gonna ask it. You just, yeah, so I can know who I'm talking to.
Sherman good. She loved that. Straight.
It's too smart. It's too smart for your own good.
Hey, what you said? What you said?
I wanna go first? Okay. Random questions, y'all. These are some of the questions that I always ask my guests, but I just put them randomly, okay? So the first one is for you. If you could go back and give your younger self some advice, what would it be?
Stop fucking. Period. Yeah, maybe at 13.
That's a good one. I'm finna go home. Honestly, if I had, honestly, for
anything.
I don't have any regrets at all because
No,
If
it's
I
not
have-
regrets. It's not regrets. It's advice. What would you say?
right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Even as a younger person, I always knew that I wanted to do something different in life and better in life.
Right.
But if I hadn't had the situation and went through the stuff that I went through, I would not be who I am
Yeah,
today.
because it's your
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
give advice to that girl that worked with you that you don't like. Give advice to her. Give advice to her.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
Hey, okay, minister, they tell me shit. Good stuff to her. You was saying good stuff.
If I did have to go back and give my younger self any advice, I would say, listen to your parents. Listen to your parents. When we're kids, we always want to be rebuttaling because we think we know something, because we want to do something, or something like that, or whatever. I really wish I would have just listened to my parents more.
Grandparents, so they
Grandparents, yeah, if we want to be honest. So I really wish that, I would listen to them more, But I still didn't turn out too bad, so it's always about
multiple degrees, a master's degree, doing her thing.
So you gonna pass the paddle to somebody, but which one of y'all that already got it wanna go next? Just raise it, whichever one ready.
Go, Shay.
Sade, you'll pass it to somebody different. Okay, your name's Sade too, right?
Shay.
Oh, Shay. But
This
you
Sade,
Sade.
Sade.
Okay, I knew we had two in the room. Okay, what's your love language?
I'm a little bit of all of them.
Okay.
Gifts. That's how I show love. Initially, it's normally gifts. Like I love buying people. I love gifts, but I've learned that throughout the years, I like to receive all of them.
Okay. What's one that you notice that you do often? Is it the gifting?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
gifting?
that's my default. That and acts of service.
Who wanna go next? And you give your paddle to somebody.
Oh, Erica.
I can say one thing about me.
Not your turn.
Y'all never get it all. I ain't get my dog also though. I'm gonna watch this shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch this shit.
Watch the hell out of this shit.
Okay, you want to say something? You want to say something?
Yes.
By yourself. Hold on, wait, stop. Erica gotta go. She got a paddle. All right,
I said one thing about me.
Okay. What is one boundary that you had to set in your relationship and why?
A boundary?
That's so relationship. What boundary? No room.
Right, go round the rim. What boundary I had to set with him?
Just in the relationship period.
We had to set a boundary together with our family. Yeah, we had family, particularly his side, because I don't even fuck with my side family like that.
Wow.
Let's be honest. So the boundary's set already. It's already set there. But with his family, they were intrusive in a lot of different areas of our marriage. And he's close with his family, so he thought it was just easy to just like, that's normal. I'm like, no, it's not. This is our marriage, and we make the rules for our marriage. But I think that needs to be a hard boundary in multiple different ways, but definitely with family. In like immediate family, mamas, brothers, daddies, sisters.
Yeah.
Not no aunts and uncles, your immediate family, because it goes back to
Yep, the moms.
yeah, it's you got
The mamas and his boys.
Balance. Don't be calling me all the time.
The mamas and his boys.
but yeah.
Okay, you'll give your paddle to someone. All right, who's ready? Who's next?
Please,
Who wanna go?
okay.
You
Let
go.
her go.
Oh, she moving up.
Y'all.
That's what he be doing.
I know.
I ain't even know you.
But like in a
Yes. Can I have one more beer, please, guys?
That's all that's in there, damn Bud Light. You up for the rest of the
I
time.
know it's fine.
Bud Light, keep it. Everybody was drinking Bud Light.
Yeah.
I done figured out how to make me another coin.
Alright, Kay, it's on you. Teresa, what you got?
Oh, who's on?
Okay.
You love it, blanket.
Do you remember your first heartbreak? And if so, what happened?
Oh my God.
Oh,
I do. That is a good
choice.
question. That's good. I do. My leg hurt for.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, that first heartbreak has fucked me
This
up.
is like a
though,
real
like,
sleepover.
right now. Right,
Really?
for real.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Wait, what was the time between
Yeah.
the heartbreak and your marriage? Or your relationship?
I was in 10th grade.
Oh.
That was my first
My first one was 2nd grade too.
my first love. And it wasn't that like he really loved me too, right? Right. But you know when you're young, you think that like, he was older than me, so I was in 10th grade, he was a senior. So we went on to college. So then my 11th grade year, he was in college and he would come see me. And my mama would let me go see him in college. Like me and my friend would drive up there. She was dating his roommate. I was spending night with in 11th grade.
I was having a time.
She's having, what's wrong? They're high. The story. Oh, she's
But come to find out, we doing that. So if I wasn't going up there, he was coming down on, during the week, this nigga was in a whole nother motherfucking relationship with a girl in his college. And so he came for Valentine's Day to see me. It was during the week, so he drove down, brought me all this shit. And his phone kept fucking ringing. He was on my couch asleep. His phone kept ringing. And I'm not a phone girl. I don't go through phones. I don't do that shit. But that day, something was just like, get that phone. Take it upstairs. I took that phone. I took it upstairs, y'all. And I answered. She was like, where's Trent? And I was like, he right here with me. And who fucking me? And she like, I'm his girlfriend, not East Wild. I never did it. And for real, y'all, because that shit hurt me so bad.
Because you didn't know.
I had
you got a blind side.
Because every other weekend, if I wasn't there,
That's
he
a
was
new
here. So
story.
I'm thinking during the week, you really like, you going to basketball practice, you going to class, you ain't got no time. He found
They
time.
make time,
He
child.
found time.
Oh, they're gonna make time for it one more.
But then y'all, it was so bad to like, because his brother committed suicide over a girl, right?
Oh, Lord.
And they live, their house, it's a cemetery behind their house. They're not lying, y'all. Struggling. His brother committed suicide over his girlfriend. And so every time, because it hurt me, right? So I needed to break up with him like I wanted to.
Yeah.
But every time I tried to, he would tell me
That
to
was
kill
the
himself.
soft or he came with it.
He would tell me to kill himself.
That's manipulation.
So that's what he was doing. That's what he was doing though. So he did that. That's what he did. I'm feeling like if he kill himself, then his mama, everybody, so I'm gonna give him another chance. I love him anyway. But he cheated on me at least like 5 or 6 times.
Oh, look.
Before I finally, but I was in 10th grade, y'all. I was in 10th grade. Like,
He's great.
What I'm telling you, so now every relationship I have been in after that, like it has been hard for me to like trust in it. It has been hard for me to like really. So I've always like had to keep me a little somebody extra in the phone just in case, because I just like something.
Do you have siblings? If so, where do you fall in the order, and how do you feel like that affected you?
Okay, so I do have siblings. I'm the second oldest, and I don't think it affected me. No way. I love to see my sisters grow. I see my sisters, they doing their thing, and y'all are a lot further than me right now, and I love y'all for that. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Period. Point blank. That's all I'm gonna say. And Shay too.
Make sure y'all pass your
You gotta
parents.
go with the big sis.
Oh, sure.
Big sis is big sis. I mean, she's got her own business doing this. We're doing things that are, good in life. We don't have to want for nothing. We don't have to ask stuff for nothing. We don't have to do none of that. We have a good time. I love that.
First of all, I don't know what Shy's talking
Shout out
about.
to
She's
the
an insurance adjuster. Yeah, like she ain't got no good job. No, I got a great job. I just said that. You didn't listen to what I said.
Like you ain't got nothing going on.
No, I got a lot going on. I got great things. And everything was good. You don't have to I don't pay bills right now. She is an insurance adjuster. I know. For one of the biggest insurance companies in America. Progressive? Allstate.
Damn, must I need you to.
Are you in good hands?
I'm not in the hand shop. I'm shit went up this month. Can you help me?
Yeah, no, I can't help you. I don't do that. If you get the accident, I cut your check. That's why I said, if you prove it, I pay it. I ain't doing all that investigation stuff.
Somebody hit my call last week.
All right, who's ready? Well, she had her
Do you believe in monogamy? Why or why not?
Oh, yes. Oh, definitely not. We not.
That's your question.
Sit back.
Shalom answer all the questions.
That's part of my question. I mean, that's it.
Why?
Yeah.
Why I believe monogamy?
Right, you not fucking multiple people. I'm not.
How the fuck did y'all deal with this so young lady? See, this told me story.
All right, make sure y'all pass your paddles. Who ready? Who else ready?
I got mine for.
Okay. Have you ever cheated, and what prompted you to cheat?
What question?
This is a fucking lie.
Are we going
You recorded her. Not
Cut
the whole
the cameras.
thing. Well, not the whole thing. Well, they don't see everything. Unless you actually watch the podcast, and he not gonna watch the podcast.
You better not
Yes,
answer that
I have cheated. It was well before this relationship, but yes.
Right.
Actually, I had 2 boyfriends at one time.
Yeah.
Why you cheat?
I mean, you did, but
They said why?
it wasn't
What
like
you said? Why did I cheat?
Well, what prompted you? Yeah.
It wasn't even like
you
one wasn't set.
really like the other one.
It wasn't like one wasn't satisfying me more than the other one. It was more so, Takima, your brother was going off to school, and it was this other nigga that wanted to get with me, so I started dating him too. So,
Oh,
I
your
just-
brother was
I used to
right.
date him, brother.
Who was my brother?
But yes, I have cheated, and what it really wasn't no reason that prompted me to cheat. It was more so the opportunity presented itself. I didn't really want to be with both of them at the same time, but like,
It just kind of
oh,
happened.
okay, yeah, you're with her too, and it didn't require a lot. Cause like, I was talking to you, such and such, and I was talking to you, such and such, and I was like, all right, cool, shit, fuck it. But then it got to a point where shit got a little sticky.
He was fucking emotional.
No, I had only put one. Shit got a little sticky. And
She talking about.
Eric and Shay might know. Look, they used to call him Lil Boosie at Carolina.
Oh yeah,
They came to Stadium Suites.
I talked to 3 at the same time, so I was like, let me just figure out what I'm gonna do. And I was like, at the end of the day, I said, you know what? I'm not even that type of girl. Like I really just wanted a 1-person relationship. So I was like, let me just kind of let that go. So it just ended, but nothing prompted me. That was your question. Nothing prompted me. It was just, it was there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you pass it.
Being a nigga.
And that's how we used to get things. Like I was telling my sister on the way up here, I was like, when I was in school, I was dating this dude. Like we was talking and everything, y'all. And I was like, I thought that he gave me STD, but he didn't.
I'm so sorry.
He didn't give me
This is the
STD,
shot.
but I thought he did. And I fucking keyed his fucking car. And when I went to the hospital the next day, I didn't have STD, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
Why you thought you had STD?
Because it was like weak, because I drink beer all the time, so it
It
was
was
just like a weak thing, like,
Weak.
and I'm like, I thought it was some shit like a fucking committee or some shit. I'm like, oh, this nigga done gave me some shit. I key his fucking car, y'all. And when I went to the doctor the next day, y'all, I did not have no STD, and I keep this man's car.
When did you do that?
No, I was in college. I was in college.
You went to Southern State. You went to state, so.
Yeah, she was drinking, but she was.
Shiny, but she was 12.
Yeah.
For real, I was not 12, I was like 16. With the money teeth.
I was maybe 12 then.
Yeah, you probably was
Cause I drank for like those.
Yeah. But
Now you
like,
know
I
Busch
thought
Light.
he did give me some, y'all, but he did. And I was like, fuck. And then when we got over there the next day, like me and my best friend, they said she was over there, she was like, his homeboy was like, yeah, somebody keep the car. You know, they was a pussy. They ain't really do nothing to the car, whatever. Like, then I'm in my mind like, oh shit, I really didn't do nothing. I just like keyed it a little bit. But I thought he had gave me some. So I was like, nigga, you gave me something to key your fucking car. What?
So he never found out it was
What did that have to do with
Did he ever find out it was you? Did he ever find out it was you?
Obviously not. I'm not fresh purpose with anything.
Okay. So you got
Shot.
it.
Oh, shocking.
She had
Correct. Okay. What advice would you give a man who is no longer in love with his partner, even though he's been with her for many years?
Work on it.
Shut up.
Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and honest with your partner, because in the long run, you being unhappy and just settling is not going to benefit you or your partner.
That's right.
So
And
being honest. You said in love. That's what the question said.
No longer in love.
You fall. I'm sorry, but I feel my partner for a very long time.
yeah.
You're gonna fall in and out of love with your partner. If you still
You
in
gotta
love.
choose love.
That's why it takes more than
Eric,
just
you been with Bruce since I freaking met y'all.
yeah.
That was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's been over 10 years.
Yeah.
We've been together 15 years this year.
Yeah.
But
Oh
not
my
not consecutively, but you know.
Yeah.
Anyway. But no, I'm telling you, you be with somebody long enough, like you go fall in love. But that's why it takes more than just love to sustain a relationship. People like, I'm not happy, but you're not gonna be happy every day.
Yeah.
You gotta figure out. You gotta figure out how to get back to whatever whatever y'all's thing is. But you work through certain shit. Now, certain shit, I don't think you work through. Now, I ain't gonna put point it, but stick it out regardless. I'm not married or not. I don't give a fuck. My shit is conditional. Sorry, but I think that was my question. But that's it.
Courtney, it's your birthday. What keeps you and Ray together? Talk to us.
I didn't want her to have her own.
I'm about to check. I'm serious about checking her name.
I mean, it's your birthday.
But that's not the question, Sha. The question
You
is,
can answer it.
if you're not in love, okay, all right, cool. So, 2 questions been posed here. You're not in love with a person, and you feel like you don't let your. I'm gonna just say for me, I know.
Well, no, you're supposed to be answering her question.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
What's your question?
What keeps you in
Okay.
Right.
What keeps me and Rand together? Yeah, that's been a lot. We ain't gonna talk about it all. Like me and Rand ain't always been together. Let's make that very clear.
Child, don't say nothing. No,
Me and Rand ain't always been together.
No,
Like me and Rand have consecutively been together, and this is not a lie. Corey's about to be 6.
That's crazy.
Maybe consecutively. It'll be 4 years in July. Me and Rand have not always been together. So like it was a time. But right now, we kind of got to a point where it was. I ain't even say I got to a point where I was kind of just saying the same old tune. Like every time I turn around, I felt like I was one of my friends, like Erica.
Stop bringing me in this shit.
Listen,
I
I ain't gonna keep it back in. But like I would kind of be like, same old shit. And like sometimes your friends don't want to hear all this shit. Your friends want what's best for you.
I wanna know when you ready to make a move or do something.
Yeah, your friends wanna know
What
what's
was
best
the
for you.
change?
So I got to a point where I was like, all right, Courtney, you know what? Fuck all that. Don't involve nobody. It's between you, God, and this therapist, Nedra.
Yeah.
And I figured out,
And Nedra we trust.
and Nedra we trust, baby.
Yes.
With her fro. Well, I figured out.
Nedra got all the tools for that.
She didn't. I figured out at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I have to figure out me. I had honestly, it got to a point where I stopped focusing on him. I was like, baby, you do you. Cause at the end of the day, I got me.
Yeah.
They go back to our conversation, like
Right.
at the end of the day, and this can go up because he know this at the end of the day. I'm gonna stand on my 2 feet, baby.
Period.
I own that townhouse. If push on the shove, I gotta pay for this house. I'm gonna pay for this house on my own. Like, I don't need you. I don't need you financially. I need you for love, comfort, security, things of that nature. And yes, you know, he provides as a man financially. I mean, he does what he needs to do, but at the end of the day, I know me.
Me too.
I'm standing on my 2,
And I'm
and
not
that's
doing
it.
nothing else.
I don't care about nothing else.
I'm not.
And so when I started focusing on that, y'all, and I really started honing in on God and just saying, God, what you got for me? Like what is it you want me to be doing? I started focusing on that, and like that somehow, and I honestly I can't tell y'all, it shifted our relationship because it made things just different for us. And now we're in a place where like we probably in the best place we've been in since even before Ford. Cause me and Graham was like talking. We was like talking woo. Probably about a year and a half. Probably about a year and a half before Corey came. And then so.
No, I'm just saying. I feel like you're married. You're about to get married, Erica. You're married.
Shot ain't married.
Shot married. K married.
And the thing that we, like, I feel like we battle with is that we just, it's hard. That's my question. How do you be submissive to a man? How do you be
You laughing, y'all. It's clear that Shaw really wanted to.
Look. I'm gonna give you the key to me because I was. Hey, wait, y'all. I was where she was because at the end, like
She want an example. She said.
Listen. We so like Shay is our older sister, but us 3, our deceased brother, my little brother, he too young to remember a lot, but like us 4, us 3 and my sister, we grew up in a very volatile, violent, crazy ass household. So I knew from that point on, I was like, I'm not gonna submit to no bullshit. Like I will submit to a man to a certain extent, but I had to go deal with me first. I had to go figure out, all right, Courtney, like what do you want? Like why are you carrying shit that happened to your child? Like that's not you. Like that's your mom. That's not you. You can't say shit about your mom. You can't say, Mom, why you ain't leave? I can't be submissive to this nigga because you stayed with this nigga for 20-something years. That ain't got shit to do with me. If you want to be that, go be with this country redneck ass. That ain't shit to do with me.
Not too much on speed.
Yeah, your dad.
Not your dad. Not too much on speak. Not too much on. Hey now.
But listen, Shai, I got to point out, okay, how can I be submissive but not allow my childhood to make me unlovable?
right?
Cause like it was a point in time, and like listen, everybody, people know his stuff about man relationship, but at the end of the day, he did his shit. But one thing he did for me, he made me look at me, and he was like, "Corn, there's a lot of shit you do." He's like, "Some shit you like, you just like your dad," and he's like, "You say shit and you will do shit," and he'll be like, "You ain't even, you didn't." Yeah, he'll be like,
But I don't feel like what I feel like is I don't like to be bagged against into a wall. Nobody's gonna do that to me, especially not no man. If I'm doing everything I gotta do and I'm going to work every single day, you're not going to back me into no wall. You can say what you want to say, and I'm gonna say what I want to say, but we gonna be reasonable.
before therapy,
Everything gonna be
like,
straight. We're not gonna do this.
But look, I'm gonna bring it back to the submission part. I had to realize at the end of the day, if I want what I said I want, child, you keep honing on how to listen, because I want this. Listen, wait, because I want this. I want this. Clearly, you want to be married. You want to be.
I do.
Listen, you want to be a good wife. You want to be married. At the end of the day, you gotta figure out what's wrong with you.
Right.
Don't look at no man. Don't look at how am I gonna be submissive to this man? How are you gonna be submissive to you?
Right.
What are you gonna do for you?
Right.
Figure out what it is that you need to do for you. Heal yourself first, and I promise you, all that other shit,
It'll fall in place.
it'll fall in place. And God gonna see you the right man to be submissive to. Like she
Right.
said earlier, discernment.
Yeah.
You gotta know you're not gonna submit to everybody.
Yeah.
I was about to say something crazy on this podcast. That dude, he was not. That was not it.
And the one I'm with now, I never have submit to this man. Like, he is a good man.
He's a good man.
He is, man. He is.
But that
is.
she can't because she's not healed.
No.
She's broken on the inside.
And then at the end of the day, like, you know, thing with skin so like that, I have to, you know.
Well, but I'm gonna say this too. You keep saying he's a good man, you wanna be with him, this, that, and the third, but don't run him away. You know what I'm saying?
In the midst of
In the
doing all
midst
that.
of dealing with all that.
Yeah.
You need to take your time, do what you need to do for you, so that if
Right.
you really want to be with this man, you can be with this man.
That's right.
And
then once you get married and start having them kids, sometimes I had my kids out of the way a lot. But just speaking to other married people, they were like, you know what I'm saying? You get kids, you get married, like they feel like they gotta stay in that shit. So make sure you keep talking about marriage, submission, all that shit. Make sure
And y'all
want
taught
that.
me that. Y'all know y'all taught me that. I got 3 sisters with kids, y'all. So that's why it's like, no, yes, I do.
Yeah, say your word.
I feel like, okay.
I
They done did this shit. Like, I see if it didn't work, if it didn't work. No. Y'all taught me, I'm good.
Okay, Shaka, you ready?
Okay.
What do you know that you do differently with your children that you missed out in your childhood?
That's a good question.
Courtney, I know you speak with kids.
Shut up!
That ain't.
Shut up!
Number one, my kids are open. My kids are able to have like open communication with me. And I'm transparent with them on my journey. They know about me going to therapy. They know about my traumas. Some of them, like, of course, I can't share all of my traumas, but I have been extremely transparent with them on my journey of healing. And just allowing them. They don't always talk to me about it, but I always try to let them know that they can talk to me. I tell them I love them all the time and how great they are and how wonderful. I have boys. So I'm always trying to speak life into them and I want them to know their worth as well. We talk about women knowing their worth, but I think the men don't know theirs, which is why they do sleep around and all of those things. So I try to instill, that into them and let them know that they are worthy. They don't have to sleep around and do all of those things and have value in that. They can do other things to be valuable. And I just try my best to be the best person to them. Like I try to heal like stuff that I was taught yelling and cursing them out and demeaning them and stuff we were raised with. I try to do the opposite. And if I slip up because I'm human and I do yell at them, curse them out or something, I tell them I'm sorry. I apologize and I ask for their forgiveness. And it's humbling sometimes. It took me some time to get there. But I do it, and because I feel like, I think I would have loved for my parents to ask me, to forgive them.
To forgive them for
what they, some of the stuff that they done. And I know
so you just apologize for anything.
just apologize in their hands.
Well, first of all, admit you're wrong.
Admit you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like
Shit,
that.
stop there.
Okay, here you go. You triggered.
She didn't have nobody admit that wrong. We got it.
For the other mothers in the room who want to answer that question, because I know we got other mothers in the room. What are you doing differently with your children?
What I said earlier. I'm just gonna pick it back off the chest.
So they gonna be their ass.
Yeah.
Courtney.
So they gonna be their ass.
I think taking accountability, like being, regardless of the fact, because I'm the mom and parent, I'm right, wrong, right. No, being able to tell your child you're wrong. You said take accountability. You said apologize, let them know I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I definitely like Yeah.
I do. I can tell you something that I'm new, but it's kind of bite me in the ass. But everybody knows. Everybody in this room knows Corey. I allow her to have a voice because I want her to tell me like it's sometimes do such and such because I said so.
Right, that's not enough.
You know what I'm saying? But like I don't like at her age, I feel like it's enough, but I don't want her to grow up thinking so your boss telling you to do such and such because he said so. No, fuck that. If that's not the most efficient, positive, what's effective way to do it, you be able to speak up and say no, like mom, this what I'm saying, I need to do something different.
And they come back on you too.
So
when she come back on you, you get mad.
Oh my girl,
And you get mad.
She be on me
And
hard.
you say, Corey, stop saying it. Don't talk to me like that.
But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is I don't like growing up, y'all. We couldn't say shit back our parents.
Hell, oh my God, she's right. We can say nothing.
Very nothing.
Oh my God, what?
Mama, daddy, grandma, granddaddy, they're like, oh nah. But and then I want to have open communication. Like, I could go to my mama and talk about her stuff, but I also know in the back of my mind, like we had to grow up fast because we saw so much. Yeah. And it got to a point where I was like, I can't put that on her. She can't deal with it.
She already got
got enough going on. So I had to compartmentalize it myself. Right. And I don't want Corey to feel like that. Like, baby, you come to me. It don't matter. Like, put all your burdens on me, baby. I'm the second closest thing to Jesus. Lay your burdens right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want her to feel like she can't. So that's one of the other things I do for my children. That's different.
I think mine would be mine definitely is privacy, and a lot of y'all gonna disagree with this, but I think when you give your kids privacy, you allow them to understand that I can have something for myself. Just because this is my house, I pay the bills, this is our house. So I definitely knock on doors before I walk in any of my kids' rooms. 9, 7, 2, like
you do that?
I knock
She
on
let them
doors.
lock down.
I do.
Busted open.
And I knock on
Beat that
doors.
motherfucker down. See,
Shot
that's what you
bud.
doing.
You don't have no kids.
Yeah.
So.
I knock on
my
doors.
nephew.
And I
You're my
wait
nephew.
outside the door until they say, yeah, it's okay for you to come in. Because I feel like it's so important because who wants to go in life saying like, okay, this is my mom's house. Like, she can just bust in here whenever she wants to. Like, I have nothing for myself. And I feel like when you give them that, it gives them this tool to set boundaries for other people. Like, I understand that this is my space. And I can have my space, and nobody can come in this space without me allowing them to come in this space. Right. So yeah, I definitely knock on doors.
And to a certain extent, I was just you can do what you want to do too, but you allow them to tell you like, hey, come in, and like you teaching your children. Yeah. You teaching your children when they go out in the real world, somebody coming to them, laying their burdens down. You be like, hey, hold on.
Exactly.
Yeah. That ain't for me. That ain't for me today. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask me first before you. Make sure I got the mental capacity.
Yeah,
we do
that a lot.
Yeah,
we do that a lot.
I got that. Yep.
Yeah. I wasn't bad growing up. My grandma took that door off the hinges. When I did that, she took the whole door. I had no door. I had no door. I had no problem. Courtney, I came in at like 3 o'clock in the morning at my daddy's house. My daddy put a pistol out on me in front of my face and said, don't ever come to my door at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, I think you need to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I ain't go there. I'm good. I won't do shit like that. I ain't doing that shit. I'm just not gonna do it. Let me talk about it. What I do get for my kids, I do, show them a lot of love. But I think too, I am, I can be a bit old school, I guess, a little bit with it because if you buck me, I'm gonna buck back. Don't buck me. Do not buck me because I'm gonna buck back. And I think my kids know that. And they, the way I have them set up, if I tell you to do something, you do it, we good. But if I have to tell you 3 and 4 and 5 times, we not doing it. I'm taking something. Yeah. I'm taking whatever I take. And I have nothing like anything.
What you doing? Instead of you like just automatically beating up on them. You taking something
mama. So that's different.
Yeah,
They
they really, but they are not scared of their mama. If they would not walk up running up to me all the time, like, why are you running? He knows that was not a, what he doing good. He doing bad. But my kids, they in check. But irregardless, I do support them in the decisions that they make. Like me, he don't want to do any further education. He don't want to work. He don't want to go to school.
Yeah.
You know what? I support that for my son because I know he hates school and he sucks at it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. I support my son. I support my son in the fact that, you know what, son? That ain't for you.
Yeah.
But I got a cousin who sucked at school too. He makes $35 an hour. I mean, who's that? Him. Yeah. He makes $35 an hour. So and that's what I'm saying. So it's not always about that you have to go to school, girl, to become whatever you want to become.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's about the decisions that you make in life.
That's right.
Now, EJ, for another hand, he was going through the spit stage or whatever. I'm not gonna say that was something I did, you know? I mean, the way I punish it, I cut stuff out. I will take your shoes and make you wear Dollar General shoes, okay?
Oh, I love that.
I will take.
Oh,
the
man,
clothes.
Dollar General shoes.
They got a pair, and he got a pair of Dollar General shoes over there. If they cutting up, they do not get away with shoes I bought.
So they want to bum up.
Yeah. And they probably bought. They got a I wouldn't even got a bag like a and I will never forget this. For a whole week, my mama made me eat potty meat. Yeah. What? Potty. My mama made me eat potty. Whatever. So I went to the store. Got the potty meat. And this is how these little young kids, they always butter up. Went to the store, I got the potty meat. I said, EJ, you eat this? He said, there's no way I can eat it.
We were raised with my mom remarried, but my stepdad, it wasn't like, you know, how I would have wanted it. So what I noticed that I try to do different is I just try to show up for my kids. Like all the other stuff is most definitely important, but what I noticed is even if you is hard, even if you do, you know, get on them, when you show up, it trumps all of that. My mom did hair my whole life since I was little. She couldn't make it to my game. She couldn't make it to, she was always working. So me and they daddy and they aunts and they grandma and my sons played basketball his first game. I made sure all his friends were there, my sister was there, my mom. I'm talking about we pulled up for my boy.
And we do the same for my kids.
Right.
He ain't stole one motherfucking point. But the whole 3 bleachers was full of his people. And I mean he dribbling. And I'm the only black person at the field. I'm in every field trip. So I make sure my child is about my kids. You're not gonna tell me I can't go to my kids' field trip. You're not gonna tell me I can't go to the awards.
Yeah, you have to find me.
I'm showing up. And every little thing they do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
And I'm the first aid mom.
This one is the snack mom.
She had all the great snacks. She put them in the bag. That's hers. And I'm going to extra.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even like the little stuff, like a lot of us growing up, we had to ride the bus, we had to walk. I had to walk. So I be telling my son, I'm like, bro, you a car rider. He don't understand how.
Yeah.
I'm like, you a car rider.
is.
You like you just said, you pick your nephews up. He just said she picked her nephews up. Like my motherfucking aunt went or my uncle went come to pick me up. You better. I be telling my son, you get picked up to and
Drop down
from.
and pick
He
up.
don't understand how important. I said, dude,
And you eat breakfast at home
I
for your
have
school.
never been a car rider in my whole life. I was like, bro, that's big. Even on the half days, I'm like, bro, you get picked up on half day. I will leave to pick you up to make sure you're straight. Do you see how big that is? But my son, I noticed that he's comfortable with talking back to me, and see, he got that from me because when I was growing up, that was being grown. You know, so if I tell you to go in your room, and he said, well, why do I have to go in my room if I'm comfortable now? See, that'll get your mouth slapped. Like you being grown. But no, guess what? I had to tell my mom this, like, when he started talking, because she had that mindset of, you need to come get him because he grown. I said, no, my son has questions. That's how I used to be. That's why I'm in the profession that I am now. My son had questions. So when he asks you something, he just want to know why. And when you tell him why you need to go upstairs because it's getting late and you need to get ready for bed, he's like, okay.
He gonna do that, yeah.
That's all. But see, if you don't let the dialogue be open, then you will think like, oh no, you did. But he just literally has questions that he want to ask, and then he's okay with it after. So I allow him to talk back and to ask me without me thinking that it's disrespectful.
That's how I do Corey too. And people think it be disrespectful.
Well, that's what I was
It's not
talking
supposed to be like
about. The wrong job.
You gonna go through it though.
Hey, this is a question for the room. How do you know if someone is your soulmate or just a soul tie?
Soulmate is when I can talk to you and you're not judging me for what I'm saying. You're not bringing it back up and you're not throwing it in my face. Cause I don't like that. Like, don't throw that in my face. Like, if I'm being open to you and you're that person for me, if you're throwing it back in my face, that pisses me off. I can't trust you. I don't like that. But other than that,
and what is the soul tie to some of y'all? Like, what does that mean when you hear that word soul tie?
God, prayer. We talking to God. We praying and all that stuff.
Soul tie to me will also be, you know, that person that you kind of vibe with or whatever, but that ain't your person. You vibe with that person, but you know that ain't your person.
A soul tie?
Yeah. That means y'all have good chemistry.
Oh, okay.
But just because y'all have good chemistry don't mean y'all can manage and get in a relationship.
And you might have some similar trauma. That's why y'all so bonded. Every time y'all talk, you talking about something that y'all shared from past in your childhood.
So the generation up under us, going back to me, the generation up under us is really, really, really challenging. Well, what do we think created this model? Is it because the parents are kind of dipped off a little bit, or what? Because no, seriously, because I manage these people.
I'm telling you.
Like they really, they don't, you know, okay, so we grew up like, okay, a boss tell you what you're supposed to do, right? You kind of do it. Right. If you have a question or whatever, you ask it professionally. I don't want to say it's like this. But this generation is
hey, go drop the fries. Why the fuck you ask me about the fries?
Hey,
drop the fries. Yeah, bro, you can't, bro.
I think it's a lot of things. And I'm saying, but when she was talking about the breakup, oh, that's the girl that left. She was talking about the breakup. They breakup looked like I'm about to kill myself. We had a breakup. It was just hard and we was crying, but you know we would get through it. But they playing their life.
So speaking of mental health, I feel like they be throwing. I don't want to say. I feel they throw mental health out every day. Like, oh my God, like they so overwhelmed about nothing. Like the end is the end of the world for them. And I'm like, you're not doing this shit. You're in school. You got a test tomorrow. That's normal.
I don't understand that either.
Yeah, like it's they They get all the,
Other than the anxieties of social media and stuff like that, everything
They
because of social media.
They on so much medicine, like you see these kids and they taking 4 or 5 pills for anxiety.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And not they taking psychotropic medication. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody in the room to describe themselves in one word. That's how I always end my podcast. And I'm gonna start it with your name, Shay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Describe yourself in one word.
I'm gonna say assertive.
I would say flamboyant.
Extrovert. Y'all know me.
Nonchalant. Strong-willed. That's the word. No, stay. That's one word. 2 days. 2 days.
Intentional.
Open.
Resilient.
Yes, that's mine.
You should have went first, Jesse.
Resilient.
Unbreakable.
All right, yeah, I want to thank y'all ladies for having this and being open too to have this conversation and this discussion. I know that this is not gonna be the last time that y'all are gonna probably do something like this because people are gonna reach out to y'all. They probably gonna hit me up and say, "Who was that girl that said that?" And how did I talk?
I saw a bunch of like beautiful black women, and I was like, damn, they look so good. Literally, it was just like a bunch of beautiful black women. And when I made the beat, I was just like, God, you look so good. Don't know how you do it. Always seems to vibe when I see you on my line. Everybody praises the power in your phrases. Feel it in my mind that you're so divine.